In this video, we're taking ICM to the cemetery for some statues. I'm using the Sony RX100 VII with a 10-stop ND filter because it's during the day and I need a 1-second shutter. And this first spot, we have a life-size statue. Okay, so here's the image and I like it. It turned out pretty good. I like the ghostly effect here that it has on the statue with the bright sky pretty much turning to white. And then I do kind of like how it darkens up at the bottom. That looks nice too. Most of these I'm going to be doing the black and white, but here's what it looks like with color. Not much difference, a little bit of orange or green here, but definitely prefer the black and white. This next spot, I wanted to try this smaller size statue. And this statue turned out pretty well. So this one I actually did like the color version instead of the black and white. Here is the black and white version. It's okay, but the color, I like the blue in here, so I wanted to keep the color. This one has a little bit of light streaking going on. I'm not quite sure what made this because there's no light source around me, but overall I do like it. I like how the body is in shape, but then when it comes to the head, it kind of just disappears. I like that kind of effect. This next spot, I really like the C shape of this wing, so let's see how this turned out. And here's the photo, and yes, it is definitely something that I like. I love this little swoop here going on, and then I like how it gets darker in here. You can kind of tell that this is hair a little bit. Overall, this is a pretty good image. And then here's with the color. Now the color, the saturation of the color is kind of bumped up. The contrast here, as you see I'm at plus 81 for the black and white. So the color's kind of ridiculous, but black and white definitely looks good. This next spot, I was thinking that the shaded statue against the bright sky would give a good effect. And here's the photo, and I do like it. Yeah, we got the ghostly effect again. We got the white bright sky. It looks pretty good. And here's the color version. I can't tell if I like the black and white or the color version more. I do like the orange here, but I guess the black and white's just more consistent. Yeah, overall good photo. So you zoom in, you can't make out any face. You just got the outline here. I do like that. Definitely gives it a ghostly effect. This next spot, I ended up moving closer to the statue, and here's the results. All right, so here's more of a closer up. I do like this one too. I like the blue though. Here's a black and white version. I think I do like more the color with the blue, and there's a little bit of orange in here too. So I chose to keep that one, but overall, I do like this photo as well. I think I like the more close-up photos than I do the further away photos, but with this spot, I like this lion and wanted to see how it would turn out. All right, so the lion's face, I did have to edit this quite a bit. So added some contrast, reduced the highlights, brought down the shadows, added some whites, blacks, clarity, dehaze, texture. I did a lot to this one. Overall, I do like it. I don't know 100% actually if I do like this. I don't know. It's cool. It's a little different. Here's the color version. Now with the color, with all the edits that I did with the contrast and everything, I do like how the color kind of breaks it up a little bit. So I don't know, probably with this one I would choose the color version, but for right now I'll just keep it with the black and white. But it's something different. I do like the lion's head. This spot I was focusing on the smaller statue. Really I was interested in the kid's face. It had like this, I don't know if you can tell, but it had like this, here let me zoom in more. It had like this scarring, or it was like cracked right here, and I like that. But you can't quite tell with the ICM. But let's see, here's the color version, but because I have it bumped up the contrast so much, the color is very vibrant, so the green is it's just too bright. So definitely I would do the black and white here. And this next spot, well, another statue. Yeah, this one is just kind of more the same. We have the bright sky that kind of turns white, and then you have the person, the statue, ghostly effect. And here's what it looks like with color. I think I would prefer the black and white. This spot, I wanted to do more of a wider view. I do like this photo. I had to do a lot of editing to this, so I'll show you that in a second. And I don't quite understand the editing part of this, so maybe somebody can explain it to me. But before I get to that, I like how it's kind of broken up. You have the statue right here in the middle, which turns out pretty good. You can tell it's an angel. And then you have the dark here, and then you have the white kind of pattern here. And I do like this. Kind of broken up. That's kind of cool. But as far as the editing goes, what I don't understand about this, I basically had to come down here to the HSL and then the saturation and bring down all the saturations. Now you would think that it would be the same as if you would go here to saturation and bring that down. But, however, it's not the same. So like, for example, if I just put these back to 0 like this, and then I go back to saturation right here, the overall, and bring it down, it's a completely different look. And so I don't particularly understand why that is. I just happen to come across it this way, and I like the look. So basically, yeah, I'm just going to keep it this way, but I don't understand it. So if somebody else understands it, let me know. This next spot has more of a 2D look to it. So here's another good one. I do like this one too. It's just a little flat, I guess, but it's okay. It has the same kind of ICM vibe, I guess. And of course, I couldn't leave without trying the Yoda statue. Yeah, this one is a pretty good one. I like this one. So not every day I see Yoda at a cemetery, but this one's pretty cool. I really like how the ICM kind of, it has its body here, but then the face kind of gets washed out. And what's great about this is that the face is actually the part of the statue I don't like. So like the face just didn't really look like Yoda, like you would know from the movies. It just kind of looked like a off-brand. So this is actually convenient that the ICM kind of makes his face not that recognizable. And so here's the colored version. Here's the black and white version. I think with this one I would definitely go with the color version. And here's another angel statue. Yeah, this one's another good one too. You can kind of recognize the face a little bit more compared to the other ones where the face kind of gets completely like blurred out. Here it looks like I was doing like a spin motion because you can kind of see the swirl here, and then it gets better in the center. So that typically means I spun my camera around. And here is the colored version, and the color actually doesn't look that bad either. I think with the color version, what I did here was, so I basically kept everything except for yellow and green. I moved those down, but I'll probably stick with the black and white. And yet another angel statue. So this one turned out really interesting. I haven't seen this before. Now if I zoom in, it looks, there's just this interesting pattern here, and I don't know how that happens. I haven't seen this kind of like pixely pattern. There's a different type of pattern that happens when I use my iPhone, but it's not this. So this is the first time I've seen this kind of pattern, which I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. So it gives it just a different unique effect that I wasn't expecting. And then here's the black and white version. I definitely would go with the color version instead. And this spot, I really liked all the colors with this cross. So this photo I think turned out really well. Definitely in color. If you go to black and white, it's not the same. So this one pretty much will leave in color. And I just like, I don't know, I like the whole vibe of it. Yeah, that's pretty much my trip at the cemetery, trying ICM.